Welcome back, friends, to the Suit of Wands cards in my Minor Arcana series. This evening, we'll be diving deep into the Nine of Wands, an emblem of resilience, perseverance, and determination. In this video, we'll explore the symbolism embedded in the Rider-Waite deck, uncover both the upright and reversed meanings, and investigate how this card influences a reading. Additionally, we'll discuss its elemental affiliation with fire and what happens when it appears in a spread. By the end of the video, you'll gain a profound understanding of the Nine of Wands and how it speaks to our inner strengths and the challenges we face on the path to success. Let's begin our journey into the heart of endurance. The Nine of Wands belongs to the Suit of Wands, which is linked to the element of fire. Fire represents our passions, drives, and creative energies, the force that propels us forward. While the earlier cards in the Suit of Wands capture moments of inspiration and initiation, conflict, celebration, the Nine of Wands is the card that comes at the time of trial and endurance. It is the final card in the 1 to 10 sequence of the suit and often signals the final stretch in a challenging journey prior to the 10. In numerology, 9 represents completion, but the Nine of Wands, it's a completion of struggle. This card speaks to the battle weary, but it also symbolizes the inner strength to continue fighting. No matter how exhausting or daunting the path may seem, it's about the power of standing firm, even when you've been tested by adversity. When you draw the Nine of Wands, it is an invitation to tap into your reserves of strength, knowing that the end is near and perseverance is the key to victory. In the Rider-Waite version of the Nine of Wands, we see a solitary figure standing guard, holding a wand in a defensive posture, while 8 other wands are planted to the ground behind him. This imagery immediately evokes a sense of vigilance and protection. The figure is battle-worn, yet resolute. His face and body language conveying the exhaustion and the weariness that comes with enduring hardship. Despite his fatigue, there is a determined, almost defiant look in his eyes, as if he's ready to face whatever challenge comes next. The wands in the background are all positioned upright, symbolizing the past struggles and the obstacles that have already been faced. These wands also suggest a foundation of experience and wisdom that has been built piece by piece with each challenge faced and overcome. This speaks to the card's theme of resilience. It's not just about enduring. It's about growing stronger and wiser with each step forward. In the background, the sky is still relatively clear, indicating that while the worst of the battle may be behind, there is still work left to be done. This image embodies the message that although there may be lingering threats, the worst is over and the outcome of the struggle is within reach. The figure's protective stance with the wand reflects the need to maintain one's boundaries and stand firm in the face of remaining challenges. Let's get into the upright meaning of perseverance, strength, and resilience. When the Nine of Wands appears upright in a reading, it signifies a time of endurance and resilience. It shows up when you've been through difficult situations, and although you may feel exhausted, the message is clear. Do not give up just yet. The finish line is in sight, and you have the strength to carry on. In a career or personal project, the Nine of Wands indicates that you're nearing the end of a particularly challenging phase. You may have faced setbacks or obstacles, but this card is a reminder that success is achieved by pushing through those final hurdles. It's not a time to rest on your laurels, but to summon the strength for the last stretch. Often, this card appears when you've already put in significant effort and are now just a step away from the reward or resolution that you've been striving for. In relationships, the Nine of Wands may reflect a time of trials and tribulations. It can indicate that you or someone you care about is feeling battle weary after a period of hardship or emotional struggle. But it also encourages you to hold firm and maintain boundaries. The bond you've worked so hard to maintain is worth defending, and your resilience will ultimately strengthen the relationship. On a spiritual level, the Nine of Wands signifies spiritual fortitude, the inner resolve to continue walking your path, even when the journey feels long and arduous. It's a reminder that you're stronger than you think, and that every challenge you face brings you closer to spiritual maturity. The card calls you to continue trusting in your process, even when you can't yet see the full picture. Now let's dive into the Nine of Wands reversed meanings as it relates to burnout, defensiveness, and resignation. When the Nine of Wands appears reversed, it may indicate that you're nearing burnout. Where the upright version of the card speaks to resilience, the reversed Knight of Wands suggests that your strength is starting to wane. You may have pushed yourself too hard or fought too many battles without taking proper rest or self-care, and now you feel depleted and overwhelmed. Reverse the Nine of Wands can also suggest that your defenses are too rigid, lacking flexibility, and you're overly cautious or defensive in response to perceived threats, which can result in a lack of reality testing. This defensiveness could lead to isolation or an inability to connect with others due to fear of being hurt. Alternatively, it could suggest that you've been avoiding necessary confrontations or challenges because you're emotionally drained. In relationships, the reverse Nine of Wands might point to unresolved issues that have led to fatigue or frustration. You may feel like you've been fighting far too long without any resolution, or you could be closing yourself off emotionally. It's a reminder that relationships require openness, vulnerability, and communication, not just the will to keep fighting. Spiritually, the reverse Nine of Wands speaks to exhaustion and a lack of faith in the path ahead. You may feel as though you've reached the end of your rope, but this card urges you to take a step back, rest, and reevaluate. Spiritual growth isn't always about constant forward motion sometimes. It's about knowing when to pause, recover, and regroup. Now let's talk about the Nine of Wands and different types of readings. In a reading, the Nine of Wands often reflects a moment where the seeker is nearing the completion of a long struggle. Whether the challenge is personal, financial, or professional, this card signals that perseverance is key. If the Nine of Wands is in the past position, it reflects past struggles that have led to the present moment of readiness. In the present, it's a reminder that despite feeling worn out, the seeker is more capable than they realize. In the future, the Nine of Wands indicates that there will be need for resilience, but it will also be a sign that the seeker has the tools and strengths to succeed. When paired with other Wands cards, the Nine of Wands strengthens the idea of persistence and endurance in creative or entrepreneurial pursuits. If surrounded by swords, though, the Nine of Wands may point to a mental or intellectual challenge that requires fortitude to overcome. Paired with cups, it can indicate emotional trials that demand a similar resilience, while pentacles often point to financial or career struggles that can be overcome with patience and determination. The Nine of Wands is a card that teaches us the power of persistence and the importance of resilience. It shows us that even when we are battle weary, we have the inner strength to continue. Whether it's in the professional realm, personal relationships, or spiritual growth, the Nine of Wands reminds us that every challenge we face is an opportunity to grow stronger. The road may be long, but success is often just one more push away. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the Nine of Wands, please be sure to hit that like and subscribe button so that you don't miss out on any future of my videos. I'll be posting on topics related to spiritual experiences, divination, coaching, and paranormal phenomenon. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.